I'm lesbian, but my guy best friend refuses to stop seeing me as his future's wife. This is part, I don't know, of giving you guys full Reddit storts.
I'm lesbian, but my guy best friend refuses to stop seeing me as his future wife. We've been best friends since we were 12. I came out to him when we were 16, right after we'd dated for about 8 months. I was terrified, but he hugged me and said he'd always support me no matter what. I believed him. For years, everything seemed fine. He'd ask about the girls I was seeing, give me advice, act like the supportive best friend I thought he was. But looking back now, there were signs. Little comments about when we're older or our future house. I always laughed them off as jokes. Our parents are close and used to joke about us getting married someday, so I figured he was just playing along with their teasing. Last month, I moved in with my girlfriend Camilla. We'd been together for a year, and it felt like the right step. I was excited, she was excited, and I posted about it on social media. 2 days after we got the keys, Ben showed up at our apartment at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. I opened the door in my pajamas, and there he was, grinning, standing next to a U-Haul truck. Surprise, he said. I talked to my landlord and got out of my lease early. Figured it was time. I just stared. Time for what? To move in. You've got that spare bedroom, right? Camilla came to the door. We don't have a spare bedroom. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. Ben waved his hand dismissively. The living room, then. I don't need much space. I brought an air mattress. He was already walking back to the truck, pulling out boxes. I followed him outside. Ben, you can't just move in with us. You didn't even ask. He stopped and looked at me like I'd said something ridiculous. Why would I need to ask? We've been planning this forever. Planning what? I never agreed to live with you? Not now, obviously, but eventually. This is just the first step. He smiled like he'd explained everything perfectly. Camilla stepped outside, arms crossed. What is happening right now? Ben turned to her, completely sincere. I'm setting up our future. Don't worry. You're cool being the live-in girlfriend until she comes to her senses, right? I don't mind waiting a few more years. The look on Camilla's face was somewhere between horrified and furious. She walked to our car without a word, pulled out her phone, and made a call. I heard her say landlord and unauthorized person trying to move in. Ben kept unloading boxes like nothing was wrong. I stood there frozen, watching him stack his stuff on our curb. He'd brought furniture, a desk, a dresser. How long had he been planning this? 20 minutes later, building security showed up with our landlord. The landlord looked at Ben's pile of belongings and then at me. Is this your guest? No, I said. He's not on the lease. The security guard was an older guy, probably in his 50s. He walked up to Ben. Sir, you need to leave the property. Ben pointed at me. She's my best friend. Tell them. The guard looked at me. I said nothing. Ben's voice got louder. We've known each other since middle school. Her parents love me. This is a misunderstanding. Sir, if you're not on the lease, you can't move in without permission. I don't need permission. Ben's face was getting red. This was always the plan. We talked about this when we were kids. She knows. The guard asked me directly, ma'am, do you want this person removed from the property? Ben stared at me, his eyes desperate, pleading, like I was about to fix everything, like I was going to tell them this was all a big joke, that of course he could stay. I looked at Camilla, who was standing by our apartment door with her arms wrapped around herself. Then I looked back at Ben. Yes, I want him removed. The color drained from his face. After everything, after 13 years, you're choosing her over me? I'm choosing reality, Ben. I'm gay. I'm in a relationship. I never agreed to this fantasy you built in your head. His voice cracked. But your parents said, my parents aren't in charge of my life. Security escorted him back to his truck. He didn't bite, but he kept looking back at me like I was going to change my mind. They waited while he loaded his boxes back into the U-Haul. It took 45 minutes. When he finally drove away, Camilla and I went inside. We locked the door, ordered pizza, didn't answer his 23 calls that night. My parents called the next day asking what happened. Apparently Ben had told them I kicked him out for no reason. I explained everything. There was a long silence, and my dad said, we'll talk to his parents. I haven't heard from Ben since. Camilla and I are still together, and our 1-bedroom apartment stays out.